So what is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru. I've been getting asked a question quite often lately, and it's, man, you got stores being built, and I can't get enough ore and materials in order to get what I need, to get the store up and running. So today I just wanted to briefly do a tutorial kind of what I've been doing, how I got enough materials to open my first store, Nook's Cranny, pretty quickly. So let's just jump right into this and break it down and all that stuff. Okay, so rocks are essential for this, right? And as you see, we have a rock here. And the key is you need to treat each and every rock as if it was a money rock. If those of you that remember back on every iteration of Animal Crossing, there was always a money rock that was at play. So basically, you want to get your shovel out. You want to line yourself up straight ahead. This is the easiest way to do this. You're going to turn your back to the rock. You're going to dig one space out, right? Then you're going to kind of, to the corner, dig a second space out. Now, at this point, you can kind of stand anywhere you want within this vicinity of the rock. And then you just start hitting the rock as quickly as possible. Now, you can see that you have a lot of minerals popping out of this. The iron is the main thing. The clay is good. The rocks are good. But the iron is exactly what we're looking for. And then you just run around, you pick up all the rocks, and then you move on to the next. Now, that's not entirely enough to do what we need to do here. And it's very obvious that it's going to take multiple rocks. So now we're going to come up to the second rock, dig out a spot, dig out our second spot, spin, and then start hitting again. And the one thing is I think each town has, on the lower level, because you're not going to have the ladder when the time begins. You're not going to be able to get the ladder for a little bit of time. You're going to have to unlock a couple things in order to get the ladder, which is about day 3. So if you do have the ladder, if you're able to get a DIY from a friend or something, and you're able to basically start the ladder situation pretty early, then my recommendation is get the ladder, go up top, and you'll be able to get what you need. But let's say, hypothetically, we don't have enough to get started, right? You're not going to have enough material to get what you need to get, and that is very important when we do what we got to do here. Let's say we run out of blocks, or we run out of rocks to do what we have to do, right? So this is rock number 4. There are no more rocks on this lower level for me, anyway. There is one more, but we're not going to worry about that one just yet. I want to hit this last one, and I'm going to teach you guys a little trick that I did, and this is why I got enough to get what I needed. And as you see, this one's not producing as much of the iron that I need. It's only a couple pieces, right? One piece out of all that. So I run around, I pick up my rocks, I pick up my clay, I pick up everything I need. Now I say to myself, man, I don't nearly have, because you need 30 pieces. I don't have nearly close to enough to what I have to do. So now the key here is what you should do is you should run up into the residence center. So when you come into the residence center, you're going to, this little ATM machine here, this little gadget machine, it does multiple things. This is the Nook Stop Multimedia Center, and you can do multiple things here, right? So the one thing that I utilize this for the most is redeeming Nook Miles. You come up here, you hit the Nook Miles, and then for 2,000 Nook Miles, this is an important thing here. You're gonna access this quite often. You're gonna click it. You're gonna buy the 2,000 Nook Miles. You're gonna redeem. They're gonna kick out and pay you and generate a Nook Miles ticket. At this point, it's very simple. It's not even difficult to do. You got what you got, and you're gonna exit the tent. Your next move is very obvious. Make sure you have enough space. Anything you need to leave behind, like right now, I'm completely at capacity. I would be a fool to run over to the island. But I do have a couple of these things, these iron and all this stuff. So what I would do is I would go back home and I would empty my pockets. It's imperative this step, because you don't want to go to the island and get stuck with things left behind. So I would come up here, hit my stuff, and then I would start placing items, put it in storage. Just go through, grab everything you don't need, drop it into storage. You put the bells away so you don't have to mess with that. The fossils I could always put away, but I would put anything that's not essential, the hat, everything, all these additional clothes, put them in storage. Get rid of them, get them out of your inventory. Once you've basically determined that, okay, this is the things I need, this is what I have to have in order to go to the island, exit, get out of your house, get down to the airport. You're going to come down to the Dodo Airlines, go into your airport. You're going to go in and talk to Orville. When you go in and talk to Orville, basically, he starts talking to you about the airlines and how can you help you today. You're going to click I want to fly. And then he's going to ask you, or he's going to basically bring up the Nook Miles ticket. So he's basically asking, do you want to go to a friend's house or island? Do you want to go use a Nook Mile ticket? And if you've unlocked Harv's Island, you go to Harv's Island. I'm not going to leave right now just because I'm going to wait for later when I need to go over to an island. But you would pick the island, you would pick the Nook Miles, and it would take you off to an island. At that island, you're probably going to have 4 to 5, maybe 6 rocks laying around. Go right back through, do the process which you have to do. You will find that if you do this process, you will get exactly what you need as quickly as possible. And by the way, when you go over to that island, you can go through and chop down trees and get all kinds of materials that you're going to need to complete what you have to complete. And then eventually, when you get to the point where you've completed everything, you're going to open everything up and you're going to have yourself a Nook's Cranny. Timmy and Tommy will then move to Nook's Cranny. You will have the store of your dreams. Everything you want is right there at Nook's Cranny. The nice thing about Nook's Cranny is you go in, you can buy. But the most amazing thing, this is the little thing that I want to explain. Outside of this is this little box on the side. Let me get out of the way of it real quick. The little box on the side here. The box is an overnight box. And essentially, any time that the store is closed, you can sell items. This is huge and key to the future of this game and this franchise, because there's many times when you're selling items in the middle of the day, and that's the only times you could do a sale. Fishing and bug catching overnight is huge now, because you could just drop it off, and then at 5 a.m. when you fire back up and we move to the next day, Timmy and Tommy will send you a letter and they will tell you like, hey, this is how much money you earned overnight, and we are making a deposit into your bank account. And it's pretty cool. It's a pretty awesome feature. So this is definitely something you want to push to get opened up and unlocked as quickly as possible. So for today, that is all. Thank you guys for watching another Nintendo Guru video. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please slap the like button down below. Share it with all your friends. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell as well so you know what's going on around here. You can follow me Instagram, Twitter, and on Twitch at Nintendo Gurus. That is all. Peace out, Preston.